So, what if I told you that human evolution wasn't an accident, that it was guided? That's the mind-bending question at the very core of Arthur C. Clarke's masterpiece, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Today, we're going to dive deep into the mystery that kicks off the whole story, a single, impossible discovery that completely changes everything we thought we knew about our past and where we're headed.
Just think about this for a second. Arthur C. Clarke hits us with this incredible idea right from the start. For every single person alive right now, there are 30 ghosts standing behind us. 30! That's the sheer weight of human history pressing down on us. And it's the perfect way to get your head in the game for a story that isn't just about the future, but about rewinding the clock millions of years to figure out, where did we really come from?
All right, let's jump in. The year is 2001, and our story kicks off on the moon. Now, on the surface, everything seems normal, just another routine trip, but underneath all that, there's a secret. A secret so big, so world-changing, that it's been slapped with the highest level of classification. We're talking a complete, total information blackout.
So, this is Dr. Haywood Floyd. He's one of the top guys in his field, and he's just been urgently summoned to the U.S. base on the moon. The official story they're feeding everyone, some kind of mysterious epidemic has broken out. But that's just a cover. The truth is something so classified he can't even tell his own friends and colleagues. He literally has to lie to their faces.
So what's the big secret, right? Well, it has a code name, TMA1. That stands for Tycho Magnetic Anomaly 1. See, while they were mapping the moon, they found something weird, a magnetic field in the Tycho crater that was just off the charts. It was so intense, so focused, it basically screamed, "I'm not natural." This wasn't just some weird rock formation. No way. This was a signal, a sign that somebody or something buried this thing on purpose. And when they finally dug down to the source, this is what they pulled out of the ground. A perfectly smooth, jet black slab. It's so black, it doesn't even reflect light. It just swallows it. It's like looking at a hole cut out of reality itself. The edges are impossibly sharp. The material is totally unknown. I mean, based on everything we know about geology and physics, this object just plain shouldn't exist.
But here's the real kicker. The most mind-blowing part wasn't what it was how old it was. The scientists looked at the layers of rock and dust that had settled on top of it, totally undisturbed for millions of years. And their conclusion, well, it just shattered everything we thought we knew. This thing was buried 3 million years ago. Let that sink in.
The implication here is just staggering and, frankly, a little terrifying. 3 million years ago, long before we humans were even a thing, something with incredible technology flew to our moon, dug a hole, and buried this thing. As the head scientist puts it, this is it. This is the first absolute undeniable proof that we're not alone in the universe, and we never have been.
Okay, so if this monolith is 3 million years old, what was it for? Why leave it on the moon? Well, to find that answer, we can't stay in 2001. We've got to hit rewind, way, way back, all the way back to that exact same time period, but this time on Earth. We're about to see the other half of this cosmic plan.
And just look at the difference here. It's insane. 3 million years ago, our ancestors were these struggling man-apes, basically starving and constantly being hunted by leopards on the African plains. Now, jump forward to 2001. Those same ancestors' descendants, that's us, are living on the moon and flying spaceships. That right there is the incredible leap this story is all about.
So let me introduce you to Moonwatcher. He's one of these man-apes, and his tribe is literally on the brink of extinction. Their entire life is just a desperate cycle of being hungry and being hunted. They're constantly afraid. From an evolutionary standpoint, they're basically a failed experiment. They're not going anywhere. And then something impossible happens. A different monolith, this one crystalline, just appears among them. And it's not just sitting there, it's active. It's studying them, probing their simple minds, kind of testing them, looking for potential. And then it implants an idea directly into Moonwatcher's brain, a connection he could never make on his own, that a bone could be more than just leftover food. It could be a tool, a weapon. And in that moment, he picks up that bone, and for the very first time, it's an extension of his own will. That one moment, it changes absolutely everything. With that tool, he's not prey anymore. He's a predator.
This is the first real step on the long, often brutal road to humanity. Suddenly, he's the master of his world, but now he's got to figure out what to do with all that power. And that's a question that's going to hang over us for the next 3 million years.
So, we've got the monolith on Earth acting as a teacher. But what about that other one, the one buried on the moon? Okay, let's fast forward 3 million years. We're back in that crater with Dr. Floyd, because now we're going to see how these two pieces of the puzzle were always meant to click together.
This really lays out the genius of the whole plant, you see? One monolith gets buried on the moon like a silent alarm system. At the exact same time, its twin is down on Earth, giving our ancestors that first crucial push, planting the seed of intelligence. The whole setup was designed to just wait for 3 million years, waiting for Moonwatcher's descendants to get smart enough to finally leave home and find that first piece of the puzzle. So, picture this. Dr. Floyd and his team are all gathered around the slab. They're taking pictures, running tests, and then something happens that hasn't happened in 3 million years. The sun begins to rise over the edge of the crater, and for the very first time since it was buried, direct sunlight hits that jet black surface.
And that is when we find out what this thing really is. It's not a statue, it's not a message. It's a cosmic alarm clock, and it's been snoozing for an eternity. The trigger was always going to be sunlight. Think about it. It was designed to go off only when the creatures from the nearby planet got smart enough to invent space travel, fly to the moon, and dig it up. And guess what? We just passed the test. The second that sunlight hits it, the monolith wakes up and lets out this deafening, high-pitched scream, a powerful blast of radio energy. But here's the crazy part. It's not aimed at Earth. Not at all. It's a laser-focused beam shooting way, way out into space, pointing directly toward the outer solar system.
So there you have it. Humanity just tripped a 3 million-year-old cosmic alarm. The signal's out there, like an invitation that's just been sent. And now, well, there's really only one thing to do, isn't there? You've got to follow that signal and see who or what is waiting for you at the end of the line.
And this is the ship that's going to do it, the Discovery 1. Now, her original mission was a big deal, a round trip to Jupiter. But that's all been scrapped. Secretly, her mission has been changed. It's now a one-way voyage, chasing that signal all the way out to Saturn. The objective is simple, and it's the biggest one in human history. Go meet the makers.
And so that's it. Mankind is on its way, heading out into the black on the most important journey we've ever taken, racing toward an intelligence that's older and more powerful than we can possibly imagine. It really just leaves us with this one huge, chilling question that hangs over everything. After all this time, after this 3 million-year-long experiment, are we finally about to meet our equals, or are we about to meet our masters?